What's good, everyone, and welcome to my very late round six Port Adelaide preview. As you can see, we've got that ticking time bomb next to us, minus 3 hours and 16 minutes from bounce. So I am getting to this one very late on the Saturday morning of the actual game itself. Port Adelaide taking on the Hawthorn Hawks at 3:45 p.m. at Marvel Stadium, which Port do actually enjoy playing at. So that's what you take away from this. But judging by just the odds right in front of you, I think you can see where this game might be going. Yeah, there's something in the back of my head that says Port is competitive for at least two quarters, but I am expecting quite a big loss just to really pinpoint where Port are located on the ladder this year. There's gonna cement their spot down in the potentially bottom four. That's where they are at this stage, I reckon. So yeah, it's either going to be super close for some reason because Port and Hawthorn are always close, or it's going to be a plastering. There's no in between. Now there is some notable ins for both sides. If we scroll down, so I know Vicentini is coming in for Lukosius, who is still dealing with that groin injury from the earlier in the year. He is made of glass, this bloke, and he's almost on $1 million a year to be paid to play two games where he is lagging behind the play. I don't know what Port's list management are thinking with all these second rungers being picked up at the end of the season, and your Will Brodies and Jacob Wares and dudes that have not been given a first chance at their club. They've obviously not been given that chance because of the fact that they are just not up to it. Unfortunately, that's how it is. And Port are coming in, swooping, and picking up the known players, but not premiership winning players. Let's just be real. But then we've got Murray's coming in for Watkins. Watkins has had a couple not great games in a row, coming off of, I think it was 5 touches or something. So, yeah, needs a spell, I reckon. And Murray's I want to see Murray's as well. We saw a little bit of a look at him last year, but his run is good. His decision making is okay. But yeah, I think we just need to mix that up a bit. Give as many people a view as we can, just with the team and where we're heading. Putting as much time into the young ones is what I think is the future. And Vicentini is younger. I still prefer Sweet over Vicentini, but Vicentini's now going to play that forward role that Lukosius was playing. So it's another target up forward, and it allows Todd Marshall to play solidly down back. No mix and a match, and as it was last week. And then ins for Hawthorn, Chol and Gunston are out, so that's big outs for them forward wise. They got Kausha Hidia and William McCabe, who is having his first game ever. I believe they're both bigger forwards up forward, so they've been putting some good time in the VFL, kicking some bags, and now the time is perfect with Marvia and Jack being out. Yeah, it's time to come in and show what you're made of, I guess. So that's who we'll be matching up on. Then. Gameplay wise, what's going to happen for this one? So I am expecting some attention put into Zach Butters. I'm not sure who exactly it would be, but I think someone's going to stick with him like glue for the whole game. I also believe that Ollie Wines needs to have a really big game. He's up against Newcombs and all those fellas in the midfield. Yeah, he needs to step up as the Bradley medalist he is and show us still what he's capable of, because I know the player that he is. He's the grunting type that you need in the midfield, and we need him to be firing if we have any chance to win this one. Him and Willem Drew, to be honest with you. So, yeah, let's look at the team sheets. So the team, if it's going to load for us, lineups. What am I clicking on? Oh my God. All right, so not too much to look forward to or look at, but this is where people are staying now on the team sheet. So Bergman full back right on Dylan Moore. I think that is not going to stick. I think he's probably going to come up a little bit further, let Aaliyah go down back a little bit. Now, one thing I am still questioning is Burgoyne back on the halfback line. I do like Burgoyne on the wing more than on the halfback line. I just feel like Farrell and Bergman can fill that halfback role distributing wise. Then on the bench, we've got Wines, who is not starting in the middle. Horn Francis has been places starting in the middle, so he's probably going to be getting lots of midfield time, which I am a fan of, and I like him just floating forward every now and then for resting. Josh Lai comes down back as well. Logan Evans is also another down back. And Durden filling that full forward role. I don't believe Richards will go in the forward pocket for the whole game. I believe he'll push up the ground a bit as he does and distribute inside. But yeah, there's not a whole lot to look forward to team sheet wise because there's not much changes. Watkins is emergency, Zato and the Zerk Thatcher, who I've really found interesting how he hasn't got a shot as of yet. Zerk. Um, yeah, it's a bit interesting. I think that his performance in the twos has been fine. It hasn't been bad. But I guess that the down back stocks at the moment, they're just wanting to put into some of the younger blokes like Lai and like your Evans, who have a little bit more potential for the long term, I guess, which is fine by me. But yeah, that's what the team sheets are looking like. I think it's going to be a slog. I don't think it's going to be high scoring. Port aren't the type for high scoring, I don't think. Just their quality of movement of the bowl doesn't allow for that. So I think if it's going to be high scoring, it's going to be Hawthorn that's high scoring in this one. Now I'm really preparing myself to watch this one, and all I have to say is keep your expectations low. We know where Port are at this year. And last game against St Kilda, my expectations are low, and I was pleasantly surprised with their play at some stages of the match. I think we should have won the game just by if we didn't let them get through in that first quarter. We won every single quarter after that. I believe that we could have won the game. So I thought that was our best performance of the year so far, bar Essendon, where Essendon were really bad. But yeah, my expectations aren't high, and by letting that happen, you're not going to be disappointed if they come out and smack us because our expectations are low already. We know where the club's at right at the moment, and yeah, there's nothing we can do other than blood the young ones, put our support in for them at the moment, and hope for the future because there is some good things on the horizon, I do believe. Potentially a few leaving, a few changed faces. Zach Butters at the end of the year. Who knows what's going to happen? I don't think he's staying, to be honest. But yeah, if there's something to look forward to, is the young ones coming through in a couple years' time in your father's sons and your academies picks. We got a couple coming through, as I mentioned, a little bit of my last previews. So yeah, what am I expecting? I'm expecting a Hawthorn 110 to a Port Adelaide 65 is pretty much what I'm expecting. What I'm hoping is around a 75 Hawthorn to 78 Port Adelaide is what I'm hoping. But yeah, one can hope, and there's a difference between hope and actual results. So we'll see. Don't expect much, but enjoy the game, and nevertheless. So thanks for watching, thanks for hanging out, and look forward to our preview when we go over the happenings of today's afternoon game. Peace out.